these are the highlights of our benchmark studies. So they say that we have a high quality service delivery in software development, in the application management is in comparison to hardware decorations and of service components proved that 2010 were okay, and the IT infrastructure can perfectly compete with free market conditions. And that's what we try to keep up with the IT service of our company. And these are the benchmarking and IT performance metrics. First of all, information management, and quality has to be high, and communication to the customers. These three metrics have to be kept inside, and that's the environment to it. So alignment to business strategy and to the business processes. Keeping up IT strategy meetings, quarterly meetings, and recognizing the success factors for IT services. Our IT is set up like a profit center organization. It's a cost center, but it's set up like it's a profit center organization. And we try to align with ISO, COVID, ITIL standards, international standards. This is the development, starting with internal cost allocation in 1997, going up to an open book calculation nowadays. And so the IT services should align with business processes, with the needs of the business and the customers' expectations. Okay, now this is the main part of my talk: IT governance and compliance, and why is this necessary for an IT organization in a company. That's the way starting all projects, not only this IT governance and compliance project. At the beginning of your project should be much thinking and a few acting, because preparation and planning is old. Professional consultancy from externals, analysis and development of a long-term strategy, and accepting that at the beginning there are high efforts, and in the way of the project with a perfect project organization, the efforts are lower and you reach your goals in a shorter time than when acting before thinking. So that's the overview to our game plan. Here, definitions of terms and objectives, design of the compliance process, in this case of this project, and setup of the organization resources to be able to execute the process. And what are the critical success factors? Professional project management with externals, because if you are able to manage a project perfectly, you did it. And at the beginning, you're a newcomer, and so you should ask others who do it for 10, 20 times. And high social and integrated skills are also very important in these projects. Yeah, so much effort at the beginning saves your goals and saves the end of the project, the successful end of the project. Okay, what is compliance? Nowadays it's absolutely important to be able to be in compliance because of the European standards. Compliance means, for example, conforming or be aligned with state laws, with standards and specifications, ISO norms, and moral and ethical principles. And so it depends not only on legal compulsion, but also on voluntary standards, commitments, and commitments. So IT organization should always be able today means in these years and in the following years more and more to be compliant to legal and standard which which are given from international norms. Why do we need IT governance, which is a part of IT strategy in a company? We need it because in the 1980s we trusted a lot, and then we saw trusting is not the only thing. You have to get informed what's going on in an IT organization, and then nowadays everything has to be proved. So the regulation is starting, and the norms, the standards are important, but the regulation is going on. So the increased involvement of standards and regulation can be seen nowadays in these IT governance processes. What is risk management? Risk management is a part of IT strategy. Why do we need IT risk management? It's a part of risk management of a company. We need because we have some economic viability. So we need, for example, tools to get information about the budget, what's going on when we reduce our IT budget, what's going on with the risk, with the IT risk and the risk of the company. What risks are given when you reduce your costs, what's going on when you reduce services, and so on. Then efficiency is a part of risk management as a perspective, reporting by applying IT support, and functionality, of course. So the IT risk management must be aligned with the corporate risk management, of course. The impacts of the IT relevant process should be quantified, and binding agreements with the business departments are absolutely necessary. Responsibilities within and between the various service organizations are clearly defined. Is also a goal and means an objective of IT risk management. Okay, what's compliance management? Why do we need it? We need it because we have to, in the IT strategy, we have to see, we have to keep in mind always the governance, the compliance, and the risk management too. And so we start usually we start with the interpretation of legal regulations, of standards and specifications. We have to communicate them. We have consolidated results in these processes, do an analysis and reporting and adjustments, and so this circle turns around and around. So we established our IT compliance, IT governance processes in the beginning of 2010, and now we are finished, and we are ready for the business processes, needs of business processes of these days. One result is the IT process map. That's always the first question in an audit: where is your IT process map, and what does it look like? And so this is, for example, our IT process map built up on COVID processes to show that we are fully, I don't tell you in detail what's this, but you have to show them that all your business processes are supported and aligned with your within your company. So these are the objectives of an internal control system, which we built up in the last year. The requirements of Austrian laws, this is part of an Austrian law, are fulfilled. This is one goal, one objective. We built up a control framework of the internal control system for the IT processes. These processes have to be repeatable and documented according to internal process laws. The quality and the efficiency of the processes are improved. Synergies from other projects have to be realized, that's clear, and responsibilities are defined in the company, and dependencies on individuals are minimized. So, in about 8 months, we built up this internal control system to be ready for the needs of business in the next years. We built up an IT a manual for an IT control system which includes legal fundamentals, and identification and documentation of an internal control system relevant IT processes, who has the process ownership and which responsibility is given, the execution of controls and safekeeping of the involved documentation and monitoring the execution of controls. This IT control system manual includes also appraisal of controls, maintenance of the IT control system processes, releasing and taking notice of this process and roles and responsibilities again. Okay, 10 minutes or so? 5 minutes. What is done by an assessment of these controls? The processes have to be defined and documented. The controls have to be defined and documented. They must be effective, so it means they have to be executed according to the control description. The control frequency is adhered, and the execution of controls is traceable to correct. Okay, this is one possible effort we have to realize in the next years. This means user-owned devices in our energy utility companies. This example shows that we have to give our security, our internal control system processes, we have to realize them, and we have to adhere, to align them with our business. And the wish to work with personal devices as well as the growing diversity of these devices confronts IT clients with new major tasks. Okay. The alignment of IT services to the business processes is the main goal of value creation in a company by IT, by a value-oriented IT. So what are the fundamentals of a successful IT of the future? The successful IT of the future has to communicate with the business, with the to find out whether the IT services are aligned with the business processes or not, and to support the business as good as possible. We have to look at the innovation, of course. So IT is the driver of innovation, should be the driver of innovation. Ensuring that the future success of the company is saved by IT, and the organization, you shouldn't have a lot of IT organizations within your company. You should have only one IT organization, and this should be near to the board of the company. What's going on with management of IT in the future? The CIO, the Chief Information Officer, should change to the Chief Innovation Officer, of course, and his role is to create advantages for the company by managing and controlling innovation.